playoffs are coming soon, which means the play-in is coming soon. The play-in is this upcoming week. It's going to be, I think it starts on Tuesday. We're going to preview the play-in games. Obviously, we don't know what the matchups are going to be exactly, so we have to use some foresight here.
Mm-hmm. Still 2 games left.
I think the East is locked in, right?
It's not. It's not locked in. At least between the Nets and Cavs, it's not locked in. Who's going to get home court?
No, I just mean, but the 4 teams in are locked in.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
So that means, let's start with the East first. Cavaliers versus the Nets or Hawks. That's going to be the matchup. Either the Cavs versus the Nets or the Hawks. Now, what do you think about a potential Cavs versus Nets-Hawks matchup?
Kyrie can play. And since Kyrie can play, there's no team in the play-in that can beat the Nets. The Nets will come out the play-in. I think they will be the 7th seed.
Agreed.
And they're going to lock horns with whoever's number 2. For me, if Jared Allen and Mobley if they're healthy for that Cavs matchup, because I think Cavs and the Hawks will be them, I think I like the Cavaliers team. I like how organized and I liked how deep they are. You know, I like Darius Garland with the 2 bigs. If those 2 bigs are not playing, though, this Cavs team look a lot different. Their defense looks a lot different. Their offense isn't the same. So if those 2 bigs play, I have the Nets and the Cavs coming out the play-in. But if not, Trae Young is going to get you one, so the Nets and the Hawks will be in the playoffs.
So you're saying Cavaliers are not going to make the playoffs?
That's Nets and Cavs. But if Mobley and Allen don't play,
got it. Okay, all right.
The Nets and Hawks.
I'm under the same belief as you. I believe that the Nets are going to be the 7th seed. I think whoever they play, whether it be the Cavaliers or the Atlanta Hawks, with Kyrie Irving and KD playing, Seth Curry been a huge part for them. I think that they should be able to get past whichever team that they do play. Now, Cavaliers, Hawks, Hornets. I think the Hawks and the Hornets, or the Nets and the Hornets, regardless, I think we're looking at the Hawks being the 9th seed. I think the Hawks do get past the Hornets. I think Trae Young can have one of those games where he gets by the Hornets just off his play alone. And if it's going to come down to the Cavaliers and Hawks, it's going to be a great game, but I think Trae Young is too special. I think regardless of who's out there for the Cavaliers, I think Trae Young can just put on one of those performances and get past them. I have the Hawks and the Nets making it.
For the play-in here, you're right. I think the Nets should secure the 7th seed. As for the Cavaliers versus the Hawks, I believe, or the Hornets.
It's Hawks versus Hornets in that 9-10.
As of right now.
Do you believe that the Hornets would beat the Hawks? Or
I think the Hornets match up well with the Hawks.
I think so, too.
It'll be a high-powered offensive game.
Correct.
Yeah. Cleveland is tough because defensively they're stout, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Is Jared Allen back yet? Is he back yet? I'm not sure.
Mine's is based off if Allen and Mobley do play, I think the Cavs come out.
If Jared Allen he's not back yet. If Jared Allen doesn't play, I don't think Cleveland can beat any of these teams.
Nope.
I think they lose to all of them.
What about Mobley?
I don't think he does.
If Mobley plays and Jared Allen doesn't,
I don't think they beat any. I think they need Allen.
Jared Allen has been huge for them all year. It's a shame because
and Mobley's been out too.
The Cavs should have made the playoffs, but because of the play-in, they're probably not going to make it. But you're right. The Nets should be the 7th seed, in my opinion, easily. And between the Hawks and the Cavs versus the Hornets or whatever it may be, You're right. I think the Hawks look the best out of all the teams just because they do have that playoff experience. They know what a playoff game feels like. The Hornets last year in the play-in got embarrassed by the Pacers. The Cavaliers, they don't have enough offense for you to fully trust them. Not having Allen is a huge hit defensively. And I hope the Nets do get not like 7th seed in terms of after the play-in. I hope that they have 2 games left versus the Cavs tonight and versus the Pacers. If they win out and the Cavs lose out, the Nets are the 7th seed and there's going to be a home game at Barclays. The reason why that matters is that we're planning on making a trip to the Barclays to watch the play-in game. We're going to take the whole crew. So that's going to be Riv, Drew, Joel, me, John is coming with us. I think Will's probably coming with us. I think JC, I also asked him. I think he might be coming with us too. We're going to have the whole gang out there. And the toughest thing for us has been trying to find affordable ticket prices. Usually Barclays is affordable, and that's been the toughest part for us. But whenever you look on StubHub or Game Time or these like SeatGeek, you get charged an absurd amount of fees.
The service fees are crazy.
Tickets that are $50 each, you buy 4 of them. It should be $200, but then it comes out to like $320 plus. So part of what we were trying to do is try to find tickets that you don't have to pay a huge fee for.
Yep.
And I actually found an app. It's called TickPick. TickPick has no fees. what you see the ticket price is exactly what you're getting. And
That's huge.
that's where we're going to buy our tickets on TickPick because they don't have any fees.
Only choice.
Like, how can you beat no fees?
You can't.
You know, and I'd rather ticket companies be transparent because some of these companies market their tickets like it's going to be $80, but with fees, it turns out to be like, you know, $112.
No doubt.
You know, TickPick, the initial price won't be $80. It'll be like $93, but you don't pay those fees. So that's you're saving about $20, and for 4 of us, we're saving about $80 just going to the game.
No doubt. You want to take the tickets at face value, and that's exactly what we're getting. Let's go.
Yeah, TickPick has been huge, and they have a lot of ratings on Apple and apps on the App Store. It's I think over 111,000 ratings.
Yeah, rightfully
5-star
so.
ratings on the App Store.
When you are who
TickPick.
you say that you are, people take a liking to that.
Talk.
And I can't wait. I hope the Nets do secure this 7th seed so we can go.
So
to
they
the
have to
play-in
win.
game. Yes, the last 2 games.
Cavs
Let's go
gotta
Nets.
lose.
Come on, Nets.
I never thought I'd say this, but let's
on.
go Nets.
Oh.
Yeah, I really hope that they secure it because I want to. We do have to do like a off the pod episode. We haven't done it yet.
Pick a side off the pod.
You got to,
But if
bro.
we have John and all them with us, then they can like.
They're gonna
handle
record
that.
for us, yeah.
They can handle that.
That'd be lit. And we got the whole crew.
We can eat some premios. Are premios just for football stadiums?
No.
What's the premios?
It's
Sausage.
It's a lovely sausage
No cap, though.
with peppers on it.
But you see what I'm saying, though? You didn't have to
Nah,
add
nah,
that.
nah, nah, nah. He's
He
right.
didn't- but
He's
he
right,
didn't-
though.
He didn't. You could just.
You're right, but he's right.
Word. Okay.
It's just so juicy,
All
bro.
right, see, come on.
Now he's wilding.
He's going crazy.
No, with the peppers, it is.
It's
Word.
fire.
All right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
try it. Supremo sausage in mine.
Premio.
Premio.
Premium.
Sorry, what now?
What?
It's a premier sausage.
Premier sausage.
Yeah, premium.
Correct.
Premium sausage.
All right, so catch me on vlog, stuffing a premier sausage in my mouth with mad peppers on it.
You like peppers?
I do actually.
You really like
Onions and peppers? Are you an onion
I actually
guy?
put those on my Philly cheesesteak sometimes.
W.
So
Yeah.
I actually do.
No, it needs to be all the time.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you don't like to do. I like to be a little different. You know. What I'm
I
saying?
feel like we should make it our goal to go to like 2 events. So I definitely want to go to the play-in game because one, it's a playoff game that's not crazy
I'm
expensive.
trying to hit the Garden.
I want to go to Boston too.
We out.
Yeah.
Oh, you talk about TD
TD?
Garden?
Yeah, I wanna go to Boston.
I'm going there mad. Yo, if the
What if
all
they
right.
face the Bulls?
Yeah, we
first
have
round?
to go to a game.
We
Bro. I'm gonna
gotta.
go in there
Boston.
with mad Bulls gear, mad annoying.
It's going to be a shame.
I was
in-
in.
I was
you
in-
might get slapped.
Now I was in Philly. Philly, I feel like is worse than Boston. Philly it was these Bulls fans behind me, and they were talking crazy.
Now, Philly fans are brutal.
Yeah,
They're brutal.
It was pretty cool.
They love their team.
Onto the Western Conference playing Timberwolves versus Clippers. That's locked in, and Pelicans versus Spurs. That's locked in. You guys know who I'm going with, the Timberwolves. And listen, you know, there was a point in time they had control of their destiny in making the 5th seed, and I actually tweeted.
They folded.
Yeah, and I predicted. I tweeted. I was like, now that they control their destiny, they're gonna fold, and that's exactly what happened. But they're still in the play-in. It's unfair because this team, out of the Clippers, Pelicans, and Spurs, the T-Wolves are clearly the best team out of all of them. But because of the play-in, they have to go through these teams, and it's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
But they'll beat the Clippers
Yep.
handily. They'll smoke them.
absolutely.
And the Pelicans and Spurs is a good game. It is a good game.
Yeah. Hey, Drew, ask him this question. What's the season series with the Timberwolves and the Clippers? Oh, no, you don't have to ask him. I'll answer the question. It's 3-1. 3-1. 3-1.
That doesn't matter.
It does.
No, it
Listen
doesn't.
here. The Clippers are the best team, clearly, in that play-in run. Guess what? Paul George is back.
That's the X
Norman
factor.
Powell is back. He's returning. And I don't understand how, the Clippers are clearly better than the Timberwolves. They have that coach that's been in that situation. Cleveland Warriors down 3-1, had to go win in Golden State. Done that. Down 3-2 in Dallas last year in the playoffs. Had to go win that game. Does that. In Utah, have to win. Tied 2-2 playoff game. Does that. Ty Lue has done stuff like this. He's been doing this. He understands that this is a young. Granted, Chris Finch is a good coach. I ain't gonna knock him, but an experienced coach.
Cat is the best player between those 2 teams.
The Cat is not better than Paul George. Cat,
He's not better than Paul George.
Yeah, he's not better than Paul George.
Offensively, yeah.
Anyways, we have the experience, we have the coach, we have the best player in the series.
Correct.
We have the grit, we have the grind, we have guys who know their roles.
You may have the best player, but they have number 1, 2, and 3.
That's fine.
I'm just
we
saying.
have guys that fit their roles.
Correct.
Edwards just had 49. He'll drop 50
Really?
on the Clippers.
Think so?
He would cook
If
Trey
PG
Man.
is PG
I mean,
taking him,
Terrence Mann. Who?
Is PG gonna be
You
playing?
think he can guard Edwards seriously?
Probably.
Have
He
you
cannot
have you
guard
seen the defensive night the lineups the Clippers are throwing out there? Remember when he said Roku was washed? Remember he said that? Yeah, I know.
Rocco.
Rocco,
Oh, you
solid
think he's
pickup.
good?
Solid pickup for the Clippers. That interior, that defense.
That's it. You got to fit a role.
1 year deal. He's expiring.
Yeah, he'll sign
You
back.
think so? He might
Clippers-
come to the
Clippers-
Especially if
Knicks.
the Clippers are
They
gonna
might wanna go
Clippers
to
are
the
coming out
Knicks.
the play-in for me, but I think Minnesota beats the Spurs
and the
or
Pelicans.
the Pelicans. Yeah, I think I really don't think it should be a play-in this year. I think the Clippers
Injuries I like it though.
The injuries have hurt the Clippers, but they're clearly better than those other two teams. I feel like, and I feel like the Timbs are clearly better than those.
So
I
you're saying
think
you don't want
the
the play-in
Spurs-
to?
I feel like it should be a year by year basis. That's what I like. They're like 12 games under 500.
I feel like I like the play-in idea though. You understand?
If you've been garbage all year, but you've been good the last month, I don't think you deserve a right
Weren't
to challenge
the
for
Hornets
the
not a
playoffs.
500 team and made the playoffs as an 8 seed?
When?
This is years ago.
That's because the East sucked.
That
That's
wasn't a
what I'm
play-in
saying.
though. That's
No,
just 'cause they suck.
I understand that, but I'm just saying like.
Well, if you had a play-in, you were going to allow teams that are worse than them in possibly
Yeah,
in.
sure.
That's terrible.
I don't really hate it though. Makes it more exciting
I'm
for the
worried.
bottom.
The Spurs, I think, will beat the Pelicans.
They probably will.
If the Timberwolves lose against the Clippers, the Spurs game is a dogfight, and I'm worried about that.
When does DeJounte come back?
You're the DeJounte guy.
He's been out. I don't know. He said he's been sick.
If he's sick, he'll be playing.
Yeah.
He's
He's been out 4 games.
Yeah, he made a post about he was really sick.
Damn, prayers.
Yeah, I think he'll definitely play. It's a week from now.
I'll tell you this, my opinion. I'm with the same.
couple days
I'm with
now.
the same belief as you. I think the Clippers will beat the Timberwolves. You mentioned it. Ty Lue has been an excellent coach all season long, and no discredit to Finch at all. But Ty Lue has separated himself in that elite class of coaches, given the fact of what lineup he's been given this season. Doesn't matter. He's been able to produce a result that you're happy with more often than not. Now you have Paul George back. Now you have Norman Powell back. Things are going to start getting rolling. Maybe we see a first-round upset.
Maybe that man
If the
comes back.
Timberwolves don't make the playoffs, I will crawl into a ball.
I think the Timberwolves will make the playoffs.
If they make it
though.
as a 7th seed, they can upset Memphis. I swear they can.
I don't listen. I ain't listen.
You better not.
But I'm gonna say this: they ain't getting past the Clips, and don't be up 20 and talk because these are the comeback kids. So relax.
I think
We
Memphis-
gotta watch the
I
game
think
together.
Memphis-
So I
I
can
think
see the look on your face when the Timberwolves molly.
want-
I think Memphis is legit, and I think that if it were the Memphis and the Clippers, it would be a great series. But I think Memphis would take it.
That's fine.
I will
gotta
say
get it.
this: I do think the Timberwolves will make the play-in. They will.
There's a
make
lot
the
riding on
playoffs
this
off
too
the
because if the
play-in.
Clippers don't make the playoffs, the Thunder have another lottery pick. So
You guys should make the regardless. If you lose 7-8, right?
we'll beat the
You'll
Pelicans.
beat the
or
Pelicans,
Spurs.
you'll beat
well,
the
the
Spurs.
Pelicans. They have given us trouble this year, but I think playoff time. Paul George's back. He looks good.
He does look
We
good.
look fine. We'll be all right. And maybe we get into the playoffs and maybe they throw this report. That man, Mr. Robot, coming
No
back.
way. Yo, Riv was trying to tell me the other day that Norman Powell's baby Kawhi.
Wow. You guys really lie effortlessly. like what?
I'm just kidding.
Spurs are gonna beat the Pelicans though.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think they'll beat the
I don't know.
Pelicans.
Do you think anybody on that team's better than Jose Alvarado?
I think I take the Pelicans.
Think so? I think it'll be a good game.
Great game.
It'll be a really good
Why'd you
game.
laugh?
Because come on. DeJounte clears. Clears.
He
Does he clear CJ McCollum?
I think he's better. I don't think he clears.
What about Ingram?
CJ and the
I
Pelicans
think
has been
B.I.'s
great.
better by a little bit.
You think Jonas would give Pirtle 50?
Pirtle's actually a really good defender.
Yes.
50 is odd.
tell you what, CJ
He gave somebody. He gave the Clippers 50.
Jonas?
He gave somebody 50 this year.
Does he even have 50 like for his
It wasn't
career?
50. It was 40. He gave somebody buckets. Still.
CJ has been great since joining the Pelicans.
DeJounte's been great all year.
He has been, but I'm just saying now that he's on a different team.
His
And
career high is 39.
Who was that against?
Clippers.
There it was. All right, so I figured it just felt like 50.
So they can definitely beat them if the Clippers lose against them.
Yeah, I said the Pelicans give the Clippers trouble.
He gave out 39. That's crazy.
DeJounte's clears CJ on defense. Clears.
For sure.
And he's a better playmaker by far. CJ's just a better shooter, scorer.
And ball handler.
Yeah.
And what matters more?
Well, I mean, if you could do it all,
Agreed. Fair enough. Good point.
You're a LeBron guy. That's
Good
LeBron's
point.
guy.
Nah, but LeBron
That's
averages
LeBron's guy.
27,
But I'm saying that's LeBron's guy.
Mhm.